Hi everybody. So this is a post-chemo update. Um, as some of you may know, I was scheduled to do 6 rounds of chemo. I ended up only doing 4 because the scan that they did after the 4th session showed a lot of improvement, enough to where my doctor says, "Hey, let's cut it off for now. Let's continue with the Herceptin and Perjeta, and we'll come back to it if we need to. Why be more toxic than we have to?" So I like that thinking. So that was done. I just did chemo number 6, so that would make it 6 weeks, about 6.5 weeks ago. I had my last chemo. You can see some of my hair is starting to grow back. The hair on my legs and armpits are growing again. The hair in the bikini area is still not growing yet, but that's okay. It'll come back when it wants to. The eyebrows, which is, now here's something funny I was not expecting, is that once I was done with chemo, I thought the hair loss would stop. But apparently there's still some hair, some of the older ones, I guess, are falling out, while some of the new ones that are starting to grow out are, I guess, replacing the ones that are falling out, which is fine. It was just kind of a surprise. And then, about 3 weeks after my last chemo, the eyebrows came out. And then within the last couple of weeks, the eyelashes are really thinned out. I don't know if you can see. There's only like a couple there, but they'll grow back. That's not a big deal. It's just kind of weird when you're washing your hair and all of a sudden the soap is just going right into your eye. I'm like, oh, that's right, no, I have no eyebrows. But I've noticed that my energy is a lot better. I feel pretty normal. The only thing I'm noticing is some of my old aches and pains are coming back because I'm not on the dexamethasone, which is a strong anti-inflammatory. So that's something that when I meet with my rheumatologist, I'm going to mention, says, hey, even though I was on chemo and I was doing the dexamethasone for 4 or 5 days, whatever the treatment cycle was, I noticed that my pain levels were gone. I mean, I had like almost zero pain except for the diarrhea-related pain, of course. But as far as the aches and pains, I was like, the inflammation must have been, a lot better. But I even though when they did the blood work, the inflammation was still that it was like 3 times above normal. But my autoimmune appears to be under control, so that's good. I've always had a high inflammation, and it's always has been high. But I'm going to mention that to my rheumatologist because I can tell, like in my neck is getting stiff, and my right hip has just been bugging the crap out of me. But what I notice is when I'm walking around, I don't notice it as much. The pain gets better. But when I'm just sitting down and then I get up, that's when it seems like it's really stiff and irritated. But like I said, it goes away and I forget about it once I'm moving around. It's just if I'm in one position too long, that's what it is. If I'm in one position too long, it starts to hurt. So, but as far as the other post-chemo things I'm noticing, I'm healing better. The angular cheilitis is gone. I'm healing better. My skin's still dry, but that's also partly to do because of the hormone blocking. It's a postmenopause. It's a dry skin's often associated with menopause, and I've been menopausal since I had my ovaries removed. So, and that was 4 years ago. Yeah, a little more than 4 years ago. Tummy's a lot better off of the chemo, so I'm still doing H&P, so I still have, some mild diarrhea type problems, but that's often the case with the Perjeta, which some of the ladies on the Facebook support group say as Pujeta. I love these ladies, they make me laugh. But that's another thing I'm thinking about it, is if you are looking for support groups, Facebook has a ton of breast cancer support groups. You just, follow the page or join the page. If you don't have a Facebook, it's super easy to make. It's just simply, you just need, a valid, I think you need a phone number and an email address. They want to make sure they're trying to, by using the phone number, they're trying to make sure they're not getting a lot of fake accounts or, people having more than one account. So, if you don't have a Facebook, it's really, it's not a big deal. I've been a Facebook member for many years. You can hide your profile from people if you don't want them to see it, but you can still go and look at other people's profiles that are public, or join groups, So, if you're looking for support, Facebook is a great place to go. You can ask questions, that you may not ask your doctor, or maybe you don't feel comfortable asking your doctor. And these girls will share with you their experience and what they did or didn't do. And it really helps kind of answer the questions, because I think a lot of our anxiety and stress comes from not knowing what the heck is going on. So the more you know, the less, unknowns your mind's going to circle through and cause anxiety. So it's good to get those questions answered and get support from those who are going through the same thing. But anyway, so the post chemo, recovery seems to be going pretty fast. I'm not having a whole lot of side effects from the Perjeta and Herceptin, which is awesome. Just a little bit of tummy stuff, which I can totally deal with. I haven't needed to take any medications for it. So I'm really, I think I can do this Herceptin Perjeta thing quite well. The heat's been awful. It's been in the 100, 5, 10 area for the last few days, and I never do well with it. It gives me palpitations. I get dizzy and lightheaded, and I'm sure a lot of people have that same problem just because it's, it's hot. But I can't wait for the weather to cool down so I can go back outside and get productive again, because when it gets to be 90 degrees outside, my body goes, oh, do you really have to go outside? I'm like, okay, no. But that's not good. We need exercise. Exercise is important for everybody, especially if you're, fighting a disease. It helps you feel better. It's mentally and physically good for you, because when you exercise, it helps reduce stress by releasing endorphins, and it also, I don't know the exact terms for this, but I call it burning off the stress hormones. So if you're feeling stressed out, get active. Whether it's cleaning your house or going for a walk or doing some gardening, just get active, because it does help with stress. But anyway, I thought that was, the update was just kind of let people know what's going on. The hair is growing back. The pains are coming back too, because my inflammation is going up. But the tummy problems have reduced. The skin seems like it's getting more normal. Not quite as dry, but it's still dry, because chemo also puts you suppresses the hormones in a way. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but it makes you, most women, it makes them period stop. So when I was on chemo, I wasn't taking my aromatase inhibitors, which is basically a hormone blocker, because the cancer likes hormones still. It's weakly hormone positive, but it's still hormone positive enough where it's worth doing the hormone blockers. So, but that could change in the next 3 to 6 months, where maybe the cancer is no longer responsive to hormones. So we'll see. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I feel great, and I'm looking forward to, continued healing and having a little bit of hair, because when the winter comes, it's going to be nice to have a little hair up here in the chrome dome area, because it's pretty thin, but it looks like it's going to come in fairly evenly. Yeah, there's my tan line there. Yeah, little tan line. Anyway, so go out there, do something that makes you happy, share your happy with other people. That's what we're here for, is to spread our joy. And if you haven't found it yet, it's something worth looking into. All right, take care of yourself.